What do you mean I'm not chanting? Of course I'm chanting Hare Krishna. And then he'd go again. It was crazy. So you don't want to, let's say, get bored in chanting. So therefore, it's better to be in a group. And if you make any mistakes, they'll point it out to you, right? Whereas if you chant by yourself, you might make mistakes. You might be inattentive, for example. You might be, thinking of something else while you're chanting, right? Or you might eat something and chant at the same time. It's better to be in the company of devotees. Haribol. Any other questions? Okay. Well, it's almost it's past 9:15. I'm going to read something else. Hare Krishna. Yeah, so it says, Krishna prema padayate, Krishnaya, Krishna Chaitanya, namne goratsuse namaha. This is a statement by Lord Chaitanya, and it means, Krishna prema, you are Krishna himself, because because if you were not Krishna, you could not distribute Krishna prema. Krishna prema means love of Krishna, or love of God. For love of Krishna is not so easily acquired, but you are distributing this love freely to everyone. So this is a statement made by a devotee to Lord Chaitanya. And he's saying, Krishna prema padayate, Krishnaya, Krishna Chaitanya, namne gorachuse namaha. You are Krishna himself, because if you were not Krishna, you could not distribute Krishna prema, or love of Krishna. For love of Krishna is not so easily acquired, but you are distributing this love freely to everyone. So that's what Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu did 500 years ago. He very, very, enthusiastically gave love of Krishna to everyone. And because of that, thousands and thousands of people in India were chanting Hare Krishna. And no one else would be able to give such massive Krishna consciousness to so many people. Only Krishna himself can do that. See? Now today, if we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra very sincerely, we'll be able to also help other people become Krishna conscious. That's why it's important to chant out loudly. If you chant quietly, or if you chant without anybody hearing you, you're not being merciful. We should chant loud enough that other people can hear us and make some spiritual advancement. Okay, so it's also said, Pritivite acheyata nagaradi grama, sarvatma prachara haibe moranama. In all the villages and towns all over the world, everywhere, this Sankirtan movement will be preached. So this is a prediction made by Lord Chaitanya. So by the grace of Lord Chaitanya, this movement is already introduced in the Western countries. Beginning from New York, Our Sankirtan movement was first introduced in New York in 1966. At that time, I came and began to chant this Hare Krishna mantra in Tompkins Square. I was chanting there for 3 hours with a small mridanga drum, and these American boys assembled and gradually joined, and so it is increasing. First of all, it was started in a New York storefront, 26 2nd Avenue. Then we started our branches in San Francisco, Montreal, Boston, Los Angeles, Buffalo, Columbus. We now, this is 1970, have 24 branches, including one in London and one in Hamburg. In London, they are all American boys and girls, and they are preaching. They are not sannyasis, nor are they Vedantists, nor Hindus, nor Indians, but they have taken this movement very seriously. Even in London Times, the newspaper, there was an article headline, "Krishna Chant Startles London." So we have many temples in the movement now. All my disciples, at least in this country, are Americans and Europeans. They are chanting, dancing, and distributing a magazine, Back to Godhead. Now we have published many books, the Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita as it is, teachings of Lord Chaitanya, and Ishopanishad. It is not that this movement is simply a sentimental movement. Don't think that these boys are dancing out of some religious sentiment or fanaticism. No, we have the highest philosophical and theosophical background. As an illustration, let us consider Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. While he was preaching, he went to Benares, the seat of the Mayavadi sannyasis. The followers of Sankaracharya are mostly seen in Benares. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there, he was chanting and dancing. Some of the people very much appreciated this, and so he quickly became famous. One prominent sannyasi, Prakasanandana Saraswati, leader of many thousands of Mayavadi sannyasis, was informed, "Oh, from Bengal, one young sannyasi has come. He is so nicely chanting and dancing." Prakasananda Saraswati was a great Vedantist, and he did not like the idea. He said, "Oh, he is a pseudo-sannyasi. He is chanting and dancing, and this is not the business of a sannyasi. A sannyasi should always engage himself in the study of philosophy and the Vedanta." Then one of the devotees who did not like the remarks of Prakasananda Saraswati came back and informed Lord Chaitanya that he was being criticized. So the devotee arranged a meeting of all the sannyasis, and there was a philosophical discussion on the Vedanta between Prakasananda Saraswati and Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. These accounts and philosophical discussions are given in our teachings of Lord Chaitanya. It is remarkable that Prakasananda himself and all his disciples became Vaishnavas. Similarly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had a great discussion with Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, the greatest logician of that time, who was also a Mayavadi impersonalist, and he was also converted. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is not mere sentimental There is a very rich background if one wants to understand the Sankirtan movement through philosophy and logic. There is ample opportunity for this movement is based on science and on the authority of the Vedas, but it is all simplified. That is the beauty of this movement. Whether one is a great scholar or philosopher or a child, he can take part without any difficulty. Other symptoms of self-realization, the jnana process or yoga process, are also recognized, but it is not possible to practice them in this age. That is the verdict of the Vedas. Krite yad dhyayato vishnum, chaitayam yajato makai, dvapare paricharyaya, kalo tad dari kirtanat. Srimad Bhagavatam 12.3.52. In the Satya Yuga, the golden age, it is possible to execute the meditation process. For instance, Valmiki Muni meditated for 60,000 years to get perfection. But where is our old age? Besides that, for the meditation process, as described in the Bhagavad Gita, one has to select a secluded place. He has to execute it alone. He has to sit down in a rigid posture. He has to lead a life of complete celibacy, and so on. There are many rules and regulations. Thus, Ashtanga Yoga meditation is not possible. If one is satisfied by imitating, that is a different thing. But if one wants perfection, then he has to execute all the 8 stages of Ashtanga Yoga. If this is not possible, then it is a waste of time. What is the ultimate goal of the yoga process or meditation? Contact with the Supreme, the Super Soul, the Supreme Lord, Krishna, is the aim and object of all yoga processes. Similarly, philosophical research, the jnana process, also aims at understanding the Supreme Brahman. These are recognized processes, undoubtedly, but according to the authoritative description, they are not practical in this iron age of Kali. Therefore, one has to take to this process of Hari Kirtana. Anyone can practice without pre-qualification. One doesn't have to study the philosophy or Vedanta. This was the purport of Lord Chaitanya's meeting with Prakasananda Saraswati. There it is. Very wonderful statements about the easy way to be Krishna conscious in this lifetime. Simply chant Hare Krishna and hear lectures given by genuine devotees and eat nice prasadam and read or hear, as I said, lectures by genuine devotees. You will be qualified to go back to Godhead by sincerely doing that. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Are there any questions or comments? Or is there anybody that wants to go to sleep? No, I'm just kidding. Okay then, thank you very much, my dear devotees. Please chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Hare Bol.